introduction. And welcome Sri Narayana Murthy. And we also have Mr. Nikhil Kamath, the co-founder of Zeroda. Let's hear it for Mr. Nikhil. The anchors will have to request the audience several times to put your hands together, but we are all to initiate this fireside chat of legend, legacy, and leadership. Indeed, so it's over to you, Mr. Nikhil Kamath, to take us through this fireside chat, legend, legacy, and leadership.
Hi, thank you everyone for being here. It's lovely to meet each and every one of you. I have lived in Bangalore and I'd like to first ask you, sir, how would you like for me to address you? Should I say, sir, Narayana Murthy, sir? I'll say Murthy, sir. So, what do you think at the very beginning, because we're sitting here speaking in Bangalore, what do you think makes Bangalore the city? You've seen it for a long time now, and if you had to define Bangalore in your way over the last 40, 50 years, how would you put Bangalore in say 3 or 4 sentences?
Well, the most enduring memory that I have of Bangalore is that people are very hospitable. They are very accommodating. Being a Kannadiga, I have been coming to this city since 1959. So I do know this city reasonably well. They are very, very hospitable, very accommodating, very adjusting, very welcoming, and very kind people. So there is absolutely no doubt about it. And they welcome people from all other states and from other countries wholeheartedly. Second, thanks to the extraordinary vision of the Diwans and the Maharaja of Mysore and others, this state has had an excellent educational foundation. Whether it was the Indian Institute of Science, founded with the munificence of the Maharaja of Mysore and J.R.D. and Jamshedji Tata, or whether the number of engineering colleges founded by several altruistic, educated, retired engineers. Karnataka has always had a reputation for, whether you went to Madhya Pradesh, whether you went to Maharashtra, whether you went to Andhra Pradesh or Uttar Pradesh, you would always see a larger percentage of engineers from Mysore, as it was called then, now of course Karnataka, than other states. And of course, Bangalore has had the advantage of very salubrious climate. Therefore, a lot of people from other states want to come and settle down here. And Bangalore has also had some very famous institutions, like whether it's Vidyarthi Bhavan, whether it's MTR, etc., etc. I think these are the vignettes that come to my mind when I think of Bangalore.
Economies overall. It will be interesting to hear what your thoughts are about socialism, capitalism, what works, or which part of what works, and how you've seen the world around you change over your illustrious 50 plus year career, and what do you think are the nuances required in today's form of capitalism to continue to work?
You know, I had the fortune of working in France in early 70s, and as a student I was a strong leftist because my father was a high school teacher. We were 8 children, and he was a great admirer of Jawaharlal Nehru. And every day, of course, as you know, Nehru believed in socialism. And every day we were fed a very staple diet of socialism. So we'd all become strong socialist, leftist, not communist, but strong leftist. But when I went to France, my whole edifice of socialism and leftism crumbled because I saw clean roads, I saw prosperity, I saw most advanced trains running on time, I saw prosperity everywhere, lots of food, well-clothed people, healthy people, and all of that. Therefore, I was transformed from a confused leftist to a determined, compassionate capitalist. Now, what do I mean by a determined, compassionate capitalist? I believe that capitalism based on free market and entrepreneurship is the only solutions to any country to solve its problem of poverty. There is no other ism. Let me assure you, there is no other ism. I have studied reasonably deeply. So anybody who says other way may not be telling the whole truth. So what you need is free markets where government doesn't interfere, and second, entrepreneurship where government goes out of its way to encourage the entrepreneurs to run their enterprises legally and ethically, so government becomes a fair and transparent regulator. Now that's on the government side. On the other hand, on the side of the entrepreneurs, they have to realize that they are the evangelists for capitalism, because by and large capitalism is still new in India. It's not yet been fully accepted, particularly in politics. So therefore, I'm not an entrepreneur today, but at least the entrepreneurs of today have to realize that it's not just sufficient for them to seek free market and encouragement for entrepreneurship, but they have to bring fairness, transparency, and accountability to running their enterprises. They have to ensure that when they take their decisions, they have to look at whether the poorest or the lowest level employee in the company is made better by the decisions they take. They have to pay their taxes honestly. They have to contribute a certain percentage of their profits to the betterment of the society. So in other words, not only should they seek to grow their revenues and their profits, which is very legitimate, but at the same time, they have to become an integral part of the society to lift the society to a higher level. That's what I term compassionate capitalism. So I think that is my view. Compassionate capitalism is the only solution for a poor country like India to become a prosperous country.